Today on DC News Now, it's a wet and warmer start to the week. Meteorologist Scott Sumner is tracking the rain as it moves through our area.
A 3-month-old dead and a mother arrested. I'll have the latest on the investigation in Chevy Chase, Maryland.
The fight over the future location of FBI HQ, why Northern Virginia leaders think the tables may soon turn.
Plus, doctors seeing a spike in walking pneumonia among kids this fall.
Just have like this cough that just won't go away.
We have helpful tips to protect you and your little ones. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at the White House. Get an inside look at this year's decorations.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Annalisa Gale in for Mark Hall this afternoon. Meteorologist Scott Sumner is now joining us with the latest check on our forecast to start out your lunch hour here. And Scott, we had a bit of rain this morning.
Oh yeah, just as forecasted as I had over the weekend, saying yeah, we're going to have some rain to start off your Monday, but gradually that rain will move up into Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and points north of here, and that's what's happening right now at this noon hour. Now, there's still some rain out there, don't get me wrong, and some drizzle as well, but overall things are improving. Now, overcast skies and 50 degrees is what's being seen outside our weather window here in Wisconsin Avenue in the district, and the temperatures here in DC will spike into possibly the middle 50s by the afternoon and then start to tail off a little bit slowly but surely as we go throughout the late day and into the night hours. And when I say tail off, we're not going to be dropping dramatically, but we'll be back down into the 40s. Rainfall totals here, as you can see, have been not overly impressive, but certainly rain is rain, and it's welcome across the region. Hagerstown, Martinsburg, Kaiser, Cumberland picking up 0.2 of an inch or more across the area. And of course, stay tuned in half an hour. I have the weather watchers. They've also given some reports of rain totals around the region. But everywhere you look, the rain has been on the light side for the most part, and we will be seeing less rain as we go throughout the next couple of hours, as noted here with our satellite radar picture. And again, a lot of it is now moved into the Pennsylvania border. They're still holding on to some rain showers and some drizzle out across southern Maryland at this particular moment in time. But what about the Metrocast in the Silver Spring today? We're looking at temperatures here from 1 to 5 p.m. climbing into the lower to middle 50s. We'll talk about the temperatures and beyond with the 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Annalisa?
All right, Scott, thank you. And developing now, Montgomery County Police say Mackenzie Rose Colgan is now being charged with first-degree murder in the death of her baby at their Chevy Chase home in Maryland. Investigators believe the child drowned. DC News Now's Yamari Sase has the latest from investigators.
Montgomery County Police said the child was only 3 months old and the mother, 37-year-old Mackenzie Colgan, was arrested. And many people in this Chevy Chase neighborhood say they're heartbroken and they're lost for words. On Sunday around noon, Montgomery County Police arrived on Summit Avenue in Chevy Chase, Maryland for a child drowning. The baby, a 3-month-old, was rushed to the hospital where the baby died. Montgomery County Police arrested the mother, 37-year-old Mackenzie Colgan, and according to court documents, Colgan says she was going to kill her family and herself. That morning, she told her family she was going to bathe the baby. Minutes later, she allegedly drowned the baby in the upstairs bathroom and then attempted to commit suicide by jumping out a window, but then she changed her mind. Colgan then went downstairs to let the father of the child know the baby was dead. Neighbors who do not want to go on camera say they saw the heavy police presence on Sunday and they were sad when they learned what happened. Colgan is being charged with first-degree murder and will be in court for a bond hearing at 1 p.m. today. For now, reporting in Chevy Chase, Maryland, I'm Yamar Sase, DC News Now.
Thank you. And right now, D.C. police are investigating a deadly stabbing in Adams Morgan. It happened Sunday evening on Cincinnati Alley, just off Columbia Road near 17th Street. Police shared a community update just before 6:30 p.m. We're told a man was found in an alley with multiple stab wounds to his upper body. Police say they're looking for a man with short braids wearing one dark green shoe. Also right now, D.C. police are investigating a shooting in Northeast Washington. It happened last night at the intersection of 19th and Rosedale Streets. We're told a man had multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. And in Maryland right now, 2 people and 4 pets are without a home after a house fire in Silver Spring. It happened near Barn Ridge Drive around 5 p.m. yesterday. Officials believe the fire started in the garage. Firefighters say no one was injured. Meantime, back in the district again, a firefighter was hurt while battling a brush fire in Rock Creek Park. It happened near Beach Drive and Park Road in Northwest. DC Fire and EMS say the area where the brush fire was burning is steep. It's unclear, though, how that firefighter was injured. We're told the firefighter had a minor injury. And DC Fire and EMS was busy yesterday, also battling this brush fire near the Potomac River. It happened close to the Fletcher's Boathouse in Northwest. Water cannons on fireboats were used to put out the flames. DC Fire says this brush fire is also contained. And turning now to your local election headquarters, the 2025 race for Virginia governor is well underway. The two frontrunners speaking in front of the same audience at an economic summit in Richmond last week, but they didn't actually meet face to face. Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, a Republican, highlighting what she calls the remarkable strides made under the leadership of Governor Glenn Youngkin. Earl Sears also focusing her remarks on Virginia's right to work law, which allows employees to work without being forced to join a union. Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger, who is currently running unopposed for the Democratic nomination, spent time focusing on her time in Congress, including voting for the bipartisan infrastructure bill.
Being pro-right to work respects every worker's right to choose whether to join a union, and that's without coercion or financial penalties.
Virginia's schools are worth strengthening, and they are one of the reasons why CNBC has frequently, multiple times, ranked Virginia as the top state for business, and we want to continue to see that into the future.
Earl Sears and Spanberger are the only two major party candidates who have already announced their run for governor. And developing now, rap mogul and entrepreneur Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl alongside Sean Diddy Combs in a civil lawsuit. That's according to an amended complaint obtained by our network News Nation there. The victim alleging the two assaulted her at a party after the Video Music Awards in Manhattan in 2000. Jay-Z releasing a statement in response to the complaint denying the allegations, posting that the response posted to his entertainment company Rock Nation's Instagram, denying the allegations once again. Jay-Z went on to add that he will not give that lawyer, quote, one red penny. Well, after more than 50 years in power, the Assad regime in Syria is now over. According to reports, rebels in the country forced Bashar al-Assad and his top officials to flee the country yesterday. This comes as a decades-long civil war had been taking place in Syria. That civil war killing around 500,000 people and displacing half the country. Back here at home, Syrians meeting in Lafayette Park in Northwest D.C. to celebrate the end of the regime.
Now we can say we're all free.
This day is special because we have a lot of people in Syria. There are family that were killed because they want freedom, because we want our land back to us, and we don't want a dictator like Assad to be in our country.
Russian state media say Assad is now in Moscow. President Biden responding to the regime change, saying it is a fundamental act of justice. The site of the future FBI headquarters now up in the air. The General Services Administration choosing Greenbelt, Maryland in 2023 over a site in Northern Virginia. The selection process outraging lawmakers and sparking an investigation into the integrity of the process. DC News Now's Haley Milon has the latest.
County Board Chairman Jeff McKay tells me that bringing a potential FBI HQ to the Commonwealth is still very much on the table, especially as the incoming Trump administration begins to take shape. Now, the General Services Administration is investigating the process that led to the selection of the Greenbelt, Maryland site, which is owned by Metro. The choice raising eyebrows. FBI and GSA officials supported a plan to bring the headquarters to a federally owned site in Springfield. Senator Tim Kaine said that bucking the recommendations was highly unusual. Federal officials say the Virginia location just makes more sense. It's closer to the Quantico facilities and far more convenient for the Bureau's staff. Right now, there's only $200 million attached to the project, which Congress approved as part of a larger spending package. That only a fraction of what's needed. So that's where things are in the process. In his first term, President-elect Donald Trump supported keeping the HQ at its existing D.C. office. McKay tells me he's hoping a new set of eyes will see this Springfield site as a far better fit.
We have a new administration, and I think whether we like it or not, and there'll be plenty of things to agree and disagree on with this administration, but it does give us an opportunity to say new people, new sets of eyes. This hasn't been built yet. Let's take another look at it.
The push to bring an HQ to Virginia will be part of the board's 2025-2026 legislative agenda priorities. And that GSA investigation, the findings have not been made publicly available yet. In Fairfax County, Haley Milon, DC News Now.
Haley, thank you. Now to a new study. About half of working women reported feeling stressed a lot of the day, compared to about 4 in 10 men, according to new research. Now, that report conducted by Gallup says working women who are parents or guardians are more likely than men to say they have declined or delayed a promotion at work due to personal or family obligations. And mothers are more likely to agree that they are the default responders for unexpected childcare issues. However, researchers say women who are able to maintain a healthy balance between work and personal commitments are more likely to be engaged at work and less likely to be actively looking for a new job. Meantime, in Dulles, Virginia, hundreds of children battling life-threatening illnesses took a special flight to visit Santa in the North Pole. Stay with me here. The nonprofit Children's Hospice International teaming up with United Airlines to create lasting memories for the kids there, the little ones writing letters to Santa before heading on board the 30-minute fantasy flight to the North Pole. They were treated to cookies and Christmas carols before landing there. Once they landed, they were able to spend time with Santa and Mrs. Claus before leaving with the holiday goodie bag. Good for them. Well, still to come here on the news at noon, we're giving you an inside look at the beautiful decorations around the White House for the holidays. But first, here's meteorologist Scott Sumner.
Yeah, you're just talking about the travel up to the Arctic to see Santa. Well, it's going to feel Arctic-like later in the week, but right now, we're a little on the balmy side of things with the temperatures. We'll talk about that and what to expect for the last half of your, or second half of your Monday coming up.
All right, Scott, and let's take a look outside to see what Scott's talking about. It's looking like a little bit drier. As he said, it's going to dry out throughout the day. We'll be back with more on your forecast. Stay with us.